The penultimate round of Premiership Women's Rugby saw the playoff race heat up on a cold February weekend. After falling out of the top four, Exeter travelled to North London to face Saracens in a must-win match. Trailfinders welcomed Leicester Tigers to the west of the capital, while it was top versus bottom as Gloucester Hartpury faced Sale Sharks. But we begin at the Stoop, as thousands turned up to see if Bristol could strengthen their grip on fourth place against Quins. Commentary comes from Claire Thomas.
2 tickets are punched. The champions and tonight's hosts are confirmed semi-finalists, but incredibly, there are still 3 thrashing it out for the remaining spots. Rainbow hues for the club's annual Pride fixture, because rugby is a place for everyone. Murray. Stevie Murray will be first to rise to the occasion at the Stoop. So subtle in all that she does around the pitch, but that was a big fat exclamation point from the young centre. Little switch play. Bevan onto Rees, and that an unforgiving ball from Aitchison. It's well gathered up by Bonner. Another player who, like Kildun, loves a stage, but how about that from Neumann? Going quickly is Claudia Pena, drops it onto her laces. Kildun in hot pursuit, and of course it's Ellie Kildun. Massive occasion, stellar lineup, stunning score. 4 minutes remain, 5 apiece, and just a reminder, if Bristol win today, then Exeter have to win at the StoneX tomorrow. This one's massive. Short ball, Atkin Davies onto Alicia Joyce Butchers. And out of absolutely nowhere, a rejoicing Bristol Bears hit the front once more. This lot aren't ready to go home. Not yet. I do not know how Sylvia Tarani kept hands on that one, but she has done so, and it's her fellow prop forward, Lizzie Hanlon, barrelling into the 22. Quins have struggled to fire in this part of the pitch, but now they've an overlap, and Ellie Kildun is shrugging off one, shrugging off two, reaching, stepping, scoring. The Stoop is her dance floor tonight. 32 tries in 28 appearances for club and country this year. Fleming fancied it, but instead it's Reed and then Aitchison over the top. Millie David, what have you got? Fresh out the box. 6 metres the difference. 1 quarter remaining in this one, and Bristol Bears do not want this to be their final quarter of the year. Balogun brings them to within 3 metres. Bevan finds Pam. This is what Simi Pam does, still going. Just about hauled short. Surely there's inches in this. Cunningham wants it. And over go Bristol Bears. It's Sarah Byrne with the try. And yet again, Dave Ward's charges turn desperation into points.
Yeah.
Clock's gone red. This will be the final act. And that knock-on from Fleming means that Bristol have 1 shot, 1 opportunity to go for the bonus point, which they do not take. Bevan, head in her hands, wonders whether or not that was the right call, but ultimately, in a furious, loaded clash before 7,000, it is Bears who triumph. Harlequins 10, Bristol Bears 19.
It was physical, it was dramatic. We just came over the mindset of like defend for our lives, and I think that's what we did today, like really well. There were times we probably got into a little bit of trouble, but the defence today, I cannot fault it. It was absolutely brilliant.
That Friday night win for Bristol meant Exeter Chiefs, who'd been beaten by Bears in their rearranged fixture last weekend, had to win this match at Saracens to have a chance of a playoff place. Nancy McGillivray got the visitors off the mark. Sarries, for their part, wanted to ensure their advantage over Bristol and retain their challenge for second place. There was so much riding on the match. Sophie Bridger bridged the gap. And then the hosts pulled away. Victory would confirm their playoff place, and they were gunning for it. Excellent work from Marley Packer, and May Campbell crossed over for her 16th try in 15 appearances. In the reverse fixture back in November, Saracens had only managed 12 points. They'd already beaten that, and when captain Poppy Cleal burrowed over, plus the extras, they led the Chiefs by 14 points. After the break, Cleal's impressive chip and catch looked set to extend their advantage. But Exeter were desperate to limit the damage, and then they hoped to get on the front foot. The Chiefs had, remember, topped the table before losing their last 3 matches. They have the quality, but could only show it in flashes. Sabrina Poulin teed up Claudia MacDonald, who raced over in the corner. Redemption for MacDonald, who'd been shown a yellow card in the first half. That spurred Sarries on to reassert themselves. The London club won their 4th successive game, a result that booked their place in the top 4 and was doubly satisfying given Harlequins' defeat the night before. While Exeter will be just spectators in the knockout phase. 21-12 it ended. Bottom versus top at the Corpac Stadium. What chance of Sale vanquishing defending champions Gloucester Hartpury, who were looking to confirm top spot? Coach Sean Lynn had made 10 changes and his shuffled pack started strongly, with Red Roses captain Zoe Oldcroft getting the first points on the board. Sale scored a penalty, but the second try of the game went the way of the circus. Rachel Lund and Meg Davis with a neat 1-2, and Lund crossed over. The visitors had their foot on the gas and were accelerating towards an 8th consecutive win since December. Mia Venner danced, dodged and dived over to give her side a healthy lead at half-time. And straight after the break, the same player was once again at the centre of the action. Venner weaving her way through the opposition to add to Gloucester Hartpury's tally and secure the bonus point. Five minutes later, Gillian Boag crossed for their 5th try of the evening. With the conversion, that extended their advantage to 24 points. If you thought the Sharks were dead in the water, though, you'd be wrong. Sophia Stefan, back in the host starting lineup, opened their account. That was encouraging, yet it only seemed to stir the circus into renewed activity. And who else but Venner was at the leading edge of their attack? The 22-year-old, who admitted the players are feeling the pressure to win a 3rd successive title, completed her hat-trick in the 56th minute. Sale regrouped and rallied again. However challenging the campaign has been for the bottom-of-the-table side, they've kept on fighting, and Morwenna Talling dotted down for the Sharks. Once more, the champions responded. The Circus have lost only 6 matches in total during the past 3 seasons. Prop Rani Samuda this time with the score. time was running out. But, as in last weekend's meeting with Trailfinders, the Northern Club's Erica Jarrell had the last word, taking their total to 24, a new high for the campaign. It ended Sale Sharks 24, Gloucester Hartpury 41. Top spot belongs to the Circus, and they will be at home in the playoff semi-finals. After winning their rearranged match at Sale last week, Trailfinders were chasing a top 6 finish and hoped to repeat their November victory over visitors Leicester Tigers. US Eagles captain Kate Zachary set them on their way with an early try. Zachary's international teammate Talia Brodie hadn't been involved the last time these two clubs met. She made her mark in this encounter, and with the conversion, the Tigers took the lead. Not for long though, and this was the start of a back-and-forth contest that would last until half-time. Jess Cooksey scored a second for the home team. And just 4 minutes later, Leicester were grabbing back the advantage. Francesca McGee had dotted down twice in the home meeting with Trailfinders. The 21-year-old had form against these opponents, and she made it count here. Right off the back of that score, Trailfinders' Ella Amory and Julia Schell launched a move that ended with left wing Liz Musgrove receiving the ball in space and sprinting over. Before the break, the Tigers grabbed the match by the scruff of its neck. England centre Meg Jones with a kick through, and she dived on the ball for Leicester's third of the game. And in added time, their rumbling, rolling maul was impeded, giving the visitors a penalty try. They led 26-17. The breathless pace continued after the restart. Brodie looked to see if she needed support, but decided to go it alone, gliding past the Trailfinders fullback to score under the posts. Trailfinders, though, were still well in the contest. They rediscovered their touch, tight carries and an offload to Musgrove, who got her second of the match. Leicester's McGee was looking for her second of the match as well, to repeat her feat from November. Mission accomplished in dashing style. Jones had been key throughout the afternoon for the Tigers, involved in many of their best moves. She was integral to this one too, which Claire Gallagher and McGee finished off. The Scotland international completed her hat-trick. Leicester had a 23-point lead after the conversion. Then the pendulum swung back in Trailfinders' favour. Was this the launch of a late comeback? They were eager to win back-to-back matches for the first time this season. Lisa Thompson dived over. Not long after, just watch Schell. A halfway line interception and a superb run. The Canadian adding to the 2 tries she scored last weekend and also converting this try. Trailfinders trailed by just 9 points. It was a nervous end for Tigers. Following a penalty, Trailfinders went quick, with Katie Mattison instrumental in a great move, setting up Rosie Inman to narrow the deficit to just 2 points. But it wasn't enough for the home side. Final score, Trailfinders 43, Leicester Tigers 45. Bristol Bears fans felt the love at Harlequins on Valentine's Day, 10-19 the score at the Stoop. A third victory of the season for Leicester Tigers, who defeated Trailfinders away in a close-fought contest. Saracens saw off Exeter Chiefs 21-12, and despite a superb display from the hosts, Gloucester Hartpury triumphed at Sale. With that 6th successive bonus point win, the champions have clinched top spot yet again. Harlequins could overhaul Saracens in round 18 to finish second. Bristol Bears are 4th, while Exeter Chiefs miss out on the playoffs. Loughborough Lightning and Trailfinders are tied on points. The Midland side will look to defend their top 6 finish. The final round before the knockout matches, and all 4 games kick off on Friday the 21st of February at the same time. Lightning and Trailfinders face each other in a winner-takes-it-all battle for 6th place. The Tigers take on the Chiefs. Sarries host Sale, and the live game on TNT Sports is at Kingsholm. Can Quins take back 2nd place?